Hello, thank you for joining the channel. In this video, we want to examine some past questions in the 2025 JAMB UTME Use of English. The first question here says, the doctor dashed him to take his medicine regularly. The doctor dashed him to take his medicine regularly. A. Advise. A-D-V-I-S-E. B. Advised. A-D-V-I-S-E-D. C. Advice. A-D-V-I-C-E. D. Advised. A-D-V-I-C-E-D. The first thing to do is to differentiate between advise, the one with letter S, and advise, the one with letter C. Now, advise, A-D-V-I-S-E, is a verb, while advise, A-D-V-I-C-E, is a noun. Knowing this, we know that noun cannot be put in past tense. That means the option that has A-D-V-I-C-E-D is wrong. It does not exist because it is a noun, and we cannot express noun in past tense. Now we are left with three options. The doctor dashed him to take his medicine regularly. Look at this statement. It is obvious that it is expressed. The doctor expressed this advice in the past. That means our option is going to be in the past tense. And the one that is in past tense amongst the three remaining valid options is option B, advised. So it means advise, option A, is wrong because it is in present tense. Advise, option C, is wrong because it is a noun, and a noun cannot fill that gap. Then advised, option D, is wrong because it does not even exist at all. The correct option is option B. The doctor advised him to take his medicine regularly. The next question says, what goes around dash around? What goes around dash around? A. Come. B. Comes. C. Is coming. D. Came. This expression is a popular proverb. It's a popular saying. And the subject of the sentence, what, is considered a singular pronoun. Therefore, it needs a singular verb. According to the rule of Concord, singular subject requires singular verb. What goes around? Look at the verb goes. It is in singular present tense. That means our come as well is going to be in the singular present tense. And what is the singular present tense in the option? Is option B, comes. What goes around comes around. Option B. Next question. That Fulani man has a large dash of sheep. That Fulani man has a large dash of sheep. A. Flock. B. Swine. C. Herd. D. Multitude. What this question requires from us is the correct collective noun for sheep. Now let's begin to look at each of those options. Option A, flock. That is a collective noun for sheep or birds. Swine is a collective noun for pigs. And what we have in this question is not pig, it's sheep. Herd is a collective noun for cattle, for goats and cows specifically. So in this question, it is not about goats or cattle, it is about sheep. Multitude is just too general. It's too general. Therefore, our correct option is flock, which is the correct collective noun for sheep. That Fulani man has a large flock of sheep. The next question says, each of the reports dash been carefully reviewed by the committee. Each of the reports dash been carefully reviewed by the committee. A. Have. B. Are. C. Has. D. Is. Is. Now look at the question again. Each of the reports. The reports are more than one. That's why we have reports. Reports with S, because the reports are actually more than one. But then each of them, that is every one of the reports. So it means our subject here is singular. Of course, according to the law of Concord, each is regarded as a singular pronoun. Therefore, our verb is also going to be singular. If you go through our options, have, it is a plural present tense. Are is a plural verb be. Has is singular, while is also singular. Let's eliminate those plural. Options A and B are wrong because they are plural. Now we are left with the two singular options, has and is. Which of them would fit each of the reports? Dash been, B-E-E-N, been. Is cannot come before being. We cannot have is been. We can only have is being, but we cannot have is been. It is only has that can come before being. So option C is our correct option. Each of the reports has been carefully reviewed by the committee. Option C. Let's move to the next question. No sooner had Toby left the house, dash it began to rain. No sooner had Toby left the house, dash it began to rain. A. When. B. Since. C. Than. D. That. This kind of question, whenever you see that expression, no sooner, sooner is a comparative adjective. We have soon, sooner, soonest. So sooner is a comparative adjective. Most comparative adjectives, do not even let me say most, all comparative adjectives take that conjunction than. Of course, you hear expressions like taller than, more beautiful than, simpler than, lazier than, friendlier than, more interesting than, sooner than. In all, than is the appropriate conjunction that comes after comparative adjectives. So, in a question, in an expression like this, than is the only appropriate conjunction to join the next clause. No sooner had Toby left the house than it began to rain. Option C. To the next question. He was praised for the dash achievement. He was praised for the dash achievement. Option A, B, C, D are laudable. All of the options are laudable, but different spellings. Now, which of these is the correct spelling? We must know that the word laudable is from the word Lord, L-A-U-D, which means praise or glorification. Lord, L-A-U-D. So anything that is capable of being glorified, of being praised, that thing is laudable. And that is L-A-U-D-A-B-L-E, laudable. Option B, laudable. He was praised for the laudable achievement. On to the next question. It is high time you dash visiting that friend of yours. It is high time you dash visiting that friend of yours. A. Must stop. B. Stop. C. Should stop. D. Stopped. This is a question on subjunctive mood. I once made a video, a JAMB preparatory video on subjunctive mood. I will leave the link at the top right of this video so you can check it out. In that video, I talked about it is whenever we see structures like it is time, it is about time, or it is high time. Whenever we see any of this structure where it's going to be followed by the simple past tense, we can have something like it is high time we slept. It is high time you spoke. It is high time you reviewed. It is high time you stood up. In all, whenever you see it is time, it is high time, or it is about time, the next verb is going to be in the past tense. So here, the correct option is option D, stopped. It is high time you stopped visiting that friend of yours. Stopped. Option D. Next question. Each of the answers dash correct. Each of the answers dash correct. A. Are. B. Were. C. Is. D. Has been. Look at this sentence again. Each of the answers. Truly, we have more than one answer, it is plural answers. But then we are talking about each of them, every one of the answers. In this case, the subject is singular. Just like the previous question we treated in this same examination, each is singular according to the rule of Concord. So we are going to be looking for a singular verb. Option A is plural. Option B, where, is also plural. Option C is singular. Option D, have been, have is plural. The only singular option here is option C. Each of the answers is correct. Option C. The boy dashed the flute for about 30 minutes. The boy dashed the flute for about 30 minutes. A, has been playing. B, was playing. C, has been playing. D, has played. The boy dashed the flute for about 30 minutes. In a sentence like this, whereby there is a specific duration is mentioned, like in this, 30 minutes. Sentences like this can only be expressed in simple past tense, or in the present perfect tense, or in the present perfect continuous tense. In all of our options, there is no simple past tense. And the present perfect tense that we have is not correct. That is option D, has played. It should be has played. So option D, strike it out. It is not correct. There is no expression such as has played. It should be has played. Now, after striking option D out, let's look at the remaining options. Has been playing. This is not also correct. There is no structure. There is no verb phrase such as has been playing. So option A is wrong as well. Was playing. Was playing is in the past continuous tense. It does not go for a kind of sentence in which a specific duration is mentioned. Our correct option is option C, has been playing. The boy has been playing the flute for about 30 minutes. To the next question. The dash of armed robbery has been on the increase. The dash of armed robbery has been on the increase. A, accident. B, incidents. C, incident. D, accidents. Option A, accident, means an unexpected mishap. Option B, incidents, means the rate or the frequency at which an event, not an accident in this case, any event, the rate in which an event occurs. That is option B, incidents. Option C, incident, means an event, a single event. While option D, accidents, is the inflection form of option A, accident. Now, the first thing we are going to do is to refer to accident and accidents. These two options are wrong because they mean an unexpected mishap. Here we are not talking about accident because armed robbery is not accident. It's not an accident. Now we are left with incidents and incident. We said incidents is the rate or the frequency at which something is happening, while incident is just an event. So which of these two is correct? Option B, that is, the incidence of armed robbery has been on the increase. It means the rate at which armed robbery is happening has been on the increase. Option B. Next, the teacher asked the students to submit their assignments before the end of dash week. The teacher asked the students to submit their assignments before the end of dash week. A, next. B, these. C, any. D, last. Looking at this particular question, they were asked to submit their assignment before the end of dash week. It could only be before the end of next week. This week is wrong because this is even plural. If it is singular, it could be correct before the end of this week. But then this, plural this, does not go with singular week. So this, option B, is wrong. Any is also wrong. The last week, it's gone already. It could only be next week, before the end of next week. All right, let's scroll to the next question. As trained teachers, Joke teaches dash better than Jumoke. As trained teachers, Joke teaches dash better than Jumoke. A, very. B, more. C, far. D, too. Now we are looking for the correct intensifier to modify the adjective better. Very better than Jumoke is not correct. Now, more better than Jumoke should not even be considered at all. Reason is that better is a comparative adjective. Well, better, best. Now we cannot have more better. That's what we call double comparative. We don't use more before a comparative adjective because more is also a comparative marker. We cannot say more better, more faster, more taller. It is an incorrect expression. So more is wrong. Far better than Jumoke, that is, we can consider that. But let's look at option D. Too better than Jumoke. Well, this is also not correct. Option D, too better than Jumoke, is not correct. Our only correct option is far better than Jumoke. As trained teachers, Joke teaches far better than Jumoke. Let's move to the next question. Put Chioma's meat in the dash pack. Put Chioma's meat in the dash pack. A, red, new, shiny lunch. B, shiny, new, red lunch. C, new, red lunch, shiny. D, shiny, lunch, red, new. This question is based on the order of adjectives. In English, adjectives usually follow a specific order. Here we have 4 adjectives. Adjective of opinion, age, color, and purpose. Shiny is an adjective of opinion. We also call it subjective adjective. New is adjective of age. Red is adjective of color. Lunch is adjective of purpose. So in all of these, adjective of opinion comes first. That is shiny. Followed by adjective of age, that is new. Followed by the adjective of color, that is red. Then followed by purpose, that is lunch. So we have shiny, new, red, lunch. Which option is that? Option B. Put Chioma's meat in the shiny, new, red lunch pack. Option B. The next question says, if I had worked hard, I dash very high marks in the exam. If I had worked hard, I dash very high marks in the exam. A, can score. B, would have scored. C, will score. D, would have scored. This question is based on subjunctive mood. This type of expression is simply called the conditional subjunction, in which an instance that can never be reversed is expressed. Now, this is an expression of regret. If I had worked hard, it means the speaker did not work hard. I dash very high marks in the exam is just an expression of wish. It's just a wish, which we are going to express in the past form. Therefore, our correct option is option B. If I had worked hard, I would have scored very high marks in the exam. Option B. I once made a video on this topic as well. I'm going to leave it at the top right corner of the screen so you can check it out and have more understanding of this topic. Let's move to the last question as far as this video is concerned. This is the 15th question, so we are stopping here. It had been raining before the party started. It had been raining before the party started. Dash. This question is based on question tag. A, hasn't it? B, wasn't it? C, hadn't it? D, isn't it? If you want to identify the correct tag, it is actually very simple, especially in a sentence like this that has an auxiliary verb, had. So the sentence is, it had been raining. Now, do not focus on the whole of the sentence. Just focus on the subject of the sentence and the auxiliary verb. It had. It had. This is positive. Then change it to negative. It hadn't. It hadn't. Then change it to question form. Hadn't it? Hadn't it? It had. Hadn't it? That is option C. It had been raining before the party started. Hadn't it? Option C. So this is where we shall be dropping the curtain as far as this video is concerned. Do well to subscribe to the channel, like this video, drop any nice comment until I come your way some another time. Be good and have a nice one. Bye-bye.